matrix illusion. Another very common brain parasite that a lot of people are unaware of is the pork tapeworm, all right? And it's responsible for neural sister psychosis. Toxoplasmosis is very dangerous, okay? A lot of people are unaware of what this is. These parasites' main objective is to make it from your colon to your heart to your brain. And once they get there, they inflict what's called cerebral malaria. These brain parasites cause things like chronic headaches. They're responsible for seizures. They're responsible for a lot of cognitive inability and neurological disruption. We have to be very cautious and careful about the things we're consuming, especially the meat. A lot of the meat, most of the time in the supermarket, is expired, believe it or not, especially red meat. They use a special red dye that they'll place on the meat to make it look fresh, when a lot of times it's actually already rotten. I'm just gonna be 100% real with you. Not only that, some of the meat is not all animal meat, all right? That's another topic, all right? Some allege that some of the meat is human. And I have been telling y'all for the longest that a lot of the processed packaged bioengineered food is manufactured with parasitic organisms. A lot of this food actually has small microscopic bugs. If you were to analyze it through a high-powered microscope, you would see insects crawling on the surface of the food. All right, and what these insects tend to do is once they get in the colon, they actually enlarge and increase in size. Once they increase in size, they then send neurological signals, making you crave more of this same low-frequency food with refined sugar. I highly recommend doing a parasite cleanse to rid yourself of these parasitic invaders. The Vita Strength Parasite Cleanse and Detox is a very powerful parasite cleanse that I have available on Holistic Remedies. It really works, all right? It contains sweet wormwood, black walnut, whole cloves. It contains pumpkin. It also contains Paw d'Arco, all right? It has the ability to not only remove the parasites, but also detox the body simultaneously. After using this parasite cleanse, you're gonna notice inches off your gut. There's a lot of people that are on a weight loss journey that actually feel like they want to remove inches off their gut. They are unaware that all they really need is a parasite cleanse because for years they've been eating bad. All right, and once they remove the parasites, it's going to make it a lot easier to get rid of those cravings. All right, the sugar cravings, a lot of the cravings for oily food is all attributed to parasites. I also have a very powerful parasite cleanse available in liquid tincture that's fast acting. All right, it contains black walnut, wormwood, cloves, garlic, soursop, oil of oregano, and a host of other phenomenal ingredients to ensure that you're in homeostasis and those parasitic invaders are completely eradicated. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension. Yo, check this out.
Yesterday, Trump had a meeting with the Prince of Saudi Arabia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the real people that control this world. And it's not him, it's them. These people don't want you to know that fallen angels are the ones that control this world. Yes, you heard me, fallen angels. And everything is connected to the bloodline of the royal family in Saudi Arabia. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. Yesterday, a reporter asked him again about the Epstein files. He didn't answer. The reporter was from ABC News. Why is this important? When the fallen angels came to our planet, they tricked us and gave us language. Yes, the curses and the spells that's in the alphabets. So when Trump targeted ABC News, he was speaking about the English language being a spell. ABC News, which is connected to our vowels, A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes we ask why. A-E-I-O-U. Who do we owe, and why do we ask why sometimes? But this go a little deeper. The real question is, why are the vowels so important? Anytime you give your vows to another person, you are making a contract that you cannot break. You know, when someone get married, they say their vows and there's a lifetime commitment. Once you understand the language, it will make more sense. Once you break this spell, you will be free. The vows mean us no good. Once you break the word vow down, you will understand that we made a commitment to the elves. Vow elves. The elves are the demigods, or I should say they are the jinns that control everything in our world. And their bloodline is linked directly to the Saudi Arabia royal bloodline. But it go a little deeper. These people in Saudi Arabia are only rich because they have so much oil. But did you know that oil is really the blood of this planet? It's sacred. You were never supposed to touch the oil. Remember, we are dealing with a spiritual war. When you see these people right here, you have to understand that we are dealing with something much greater. It's not about law and politics. We are really fighting fallen angels every day, and they control us with the language. Anytime one of these so-called elites use the word L in front of their name, they're trying to tell you that they worship the demigods, the elves, half god, half demon. Once again, he don't control the world. They control the world because they are stealing the blood from the planet. Yes.
I just met a lady.
They put it right in your face. They told you this was coming. See that right there? They told you that y'all were gonna be doing exactly that. And then the burgers. Well, right. And then what's inside of there? The buns, which is the bread, which will be the meat. We're going to get to that next, but I want you to pay attention of what he's doing and now you're doing it. And what's next? It is a collapse after you see the drones, and then this, which has already been shown, but what's inside of the bread, inside of that, well, let's take a closer look. It looks like a drac with a rider on top of the drac. As the sun goes supernova. You see it yet? These are the things that Lockwood tried to show you that were coming, only if you could decode it. Now let's take a look at this. All of a sudden, that's coming. But are you paying attention to the land? I'm not one to claim they know everything, but you ever heard of Khaleesi? What was she, and what color was her hair? So while everybody's mesmerized by certain things, and now you can clearly see what is inside of this right here. Want to get a closer look? Right here. You can't unsee it, but I'm just saying. If you know, you know, because it's all cold.
So I'm low-key starting to think that 3i Atlas, little alien mothership that they're saying is coming towards Earth, is really just wormwood from the book of Revelation. If you are not familiar with wormwood, it is a star that will fall from heaven, and this star will be called wormwood. And this is Revelation 8, verse 10 and 11. I'm reading from the Bible app Haven. And it says, "And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as if it were a lamp. And it fell unto the third of the rivers and upon the fountains of the waters. And the name of the star is Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died because of the waters, because they were made bitter." Starting to think that that's exactly what Three Eye Atlas is. Could Three Eye Atlas be wormwood? And if it is wormwood, I'm not gonna lie, this is very dramatic of God to make it be this long. However, I think it's either that or it's absolutely nothing, and they're completely just lying to us. Like,
if you're seeing this video, this is your sign that money is coming to you right now, okay? Money is coming to you right now, so get ready to receive. Be ready to receive and catch this miracle, okay? Yeah, to claim this message, comment down below, 555. If you're seeing this video.
So Three Eye Atlas weighs 33 billion tons. I've already talked about the number 33 in numerous videos and how significant that number is to the elites. But it will be the closest to Earth on December 19th, 2025. As I was looking at the number December 19th, I was like, that sticks out to me for some reason. And then I looked at this word and saw D19. So could that have been a code for something? If Three Eye Atlas is a ship, it getting the closest to Earth on December 19th, what could that mean? Like, what's going to happen on December 19th? Well, in order to figure that out, I had to figure out what this word right here meant. So the last name Kobe has Italian origins and is linked to a verb covere, which can mean to incubate or hatch eggs. So when I first saw the word incubate, I immediately thought of the world fairs and how they used to have babies inside of incubators shown for display, as if it was some sort of sideshow attraction. But then I started thinking deeper as it said hatch eggs. And then I remembered those postcards from the early 1900s where they literally used to show babies being hatched from eggs and babies being born from cabbages, as if they were manufactured in a lab or something. And if they were created in a lab of some sort, then that would make sense why they were on display for people's amusement. Another definition for incubate is to have an infectious disease developing inside one before symptoms appear. So if this means to have a disease developing inside of you before symptoms appear, then could that mean the symptoms will start appearing on December 19th? Or does that mean that Three Eye Atlas is carrying some sort of egg that's going to hatch inside this realm? Like, I'm trying to piece it together, y'all. So I looked up another definition of incubate, and the sentence they used this time was, the birds return to their nests and continue to incubate the eggs. Now, I've already talked about how the national bird of the U.S. is the bald eagle. I explained how this is the bird's nest. So if the birds return to their nest to incubate, who would the birds be? Now, if the Anunnaki are those who came down from heaven, if you were to see that, you would depict them as a bird because they are coming from the sky. And many different cultures had different depictions of the Anunnaki. For example, in the Egyptian culture, we have Thoth, and we also have Horus. So could these be the birds that are returning to the nest to incubate their eggs? Who are their eggs? And if that's true, then Three Eye Atlas would indeed have to be an Anunnaki ship. So on December 19th, what is going to happen to the people that ended up getting this jab? Was the jab actually the placement of the egg that's coming back to be incubated? I really don't know what to make of all of this, you guys. I'm just letting you know my thought process so you can see how I get to my ideas and my theories. But this one I'm still trying to wrap my mind around because it's just, I don't know.
Jeffrey Epstein was one of those behind the sex trafficking, organ trafficking of children.
Organ trafficking, we gotta get into that. Crazy.
Yeah, brother. You're dealing about it's business.
I don't know. Some motherfuckers cut niggas open for lungs and shit.
Right. According to the United States Census Bureau, by the year 2042, Caucasian people in America will be the minority. So not only do we have the black women being encouraged to have hysterectomies, but we have the white women being encouraged to have more children. You have the abortion clinics in 78% of the inner city neighborhoods, while you have the majority of fertility clinics in the rich neighborhoods. Women, black women, are being encouraged to get hysterectomies, but those hysterectomies are not being petitioned to be received by trans men. It gets very deep.
Wow.
Very deep. Another thing, you have organs, kidneys, you have lungs, hearts, etc. that are on the underground white market. We can't call it the black market, it's the white market. Hearts are worth a little over 100,000. Kidneys are worth over 20, 50,000. And those black body parts, hence why 75,000 plus black men are missing. A lot of these children every year are missing.
It sounds like Get Out.
It is Get Out. That movie was based on true stories happening all over the place. In America, right now, it is a $30 billion sex trafficking commercialized industry, meaning the money made from sex trafficking of children and women is now contributing to America's economic base. It is not a secret anymore.
And organ trafficking.
And organ trafficking, because people are dying. Which is why you shouldn't put organ donor on your driver's license, because that makes you a target. This is a real world we're dealing with, y'all. Now, you brought me on Drink Champs, damn it. We dropping the real information.
I know what.
Jeffrey Epstein was one of those.
Nah, bro. Look who came to slide for that mom that got attacked in Chicago. Look, I don't know the brother who he is, but he on that about that mother and her kids, and this is
3I Atlas, or Third Eye Atlas. Why did NASA quit reporting on it? Well, let's talk about it. Number one, NASA, not a space agency. Number two, if you believe in the Bible tells you that this earth is covered by a firmament, impenetrable dome, which means that nothing from outer space should be able to touch here. Keep up. Now I'm going to pull out my trusty steed, the Webster's Dictionary, and we're going to break this down together. Now, let's get to it. Now, 3I, your third eye, the pineal gland, is located inside your head. It is what creates your heaven or hell. It's up to you and your thoughts. Now let's get to these definitions. Now Webster's Dictionary defines Atlas as a Titan who for his part in the Titan's revolt against the gods is forced by Zeus to support the heavens on his shoulders. So it's saying Atlas was a Titan who was punished for his revolt against the gods. Now you have to remember, these people believe they are gods. And the Bible in Colossians chapter 3, verse 22, it says this. It says, slaves, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing God. In other words, obey your masters as if they are gods. Now remember, Atlas led a revolt against the gods. Atlas led a revolt against the gods. Now, what is a revolt? It says here, revolt, to renounce allegiance or subjection as to a government. Number two, to experience disgust or shock. And to turn away with disgust. Now, with everything going on in the government right now, as far as the shutdown, all of the firings, all of these jobs being lost, Medicaid being cut, how long do you think it's going to be before the people revolt? I mean, they are subliminally pushing it. Who's in the tabloids right now? P. Diddy. What was the name of P. Diddy's television network? Revolt. So you've learned that Atlas was a Titan who led a revolt against the gods. You remember the Titanic? And on that Titanic was some very special people who didn't agree with what was getting ready to take place in a certain country. Do you remember that? That was a revolt. And what happened to the Titanic with that revolt? They sank it before the idea got out. Now, let's come back to Atlas. Go down to number 4, the first vertebrae of the neck. Now back up to number 1, a Titan who for his part in the Titan's revolt against the gods is forced by Zeus to support the heavens on his shoulders. Once again, number 4, the first vertebrae of the neck. So what does this all mean? It means they know around a certain time frame there will be a revolt because so many third eye atlases will be open. All right? So many people's minds will be open, and there will be a revolt against the gods or the principalities, governors of this world. Now, if you would like to join me in silent protest, I bought this bullet that I'll keep around my neck in silent protest to the BS in which we are being fed on a daily basis.
See, and this is proof of what's really going on.
125,000 acres of nothing. Because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead. It's like a horror movie.
It does sound like a horror movie.
And as it turns out, the cleanest. That cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet. It's raining!
That's crazy.
God, it's making it so wet.
And we keep hearing time and time again about cloud seeding and geoengineering, but as you can see, it is real. And they say this clip comes from 1999 or something like that. Imagine with the technology we have today, what would it really look like?
It's an American technology, cloud seeding.
See, and this is proof of what's really going on.
125,000 acres of nothing. Because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead. It's like a horror movie.
It does sound like a horror movie.
And as it turns out, the cleanest. That cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor.
Hey man, the aliens is here. They coming, look. They coming. They here, man.
Hey. Does anybody know what the deal is with this wall? King Kong breaks a wall. A dome to be exact. Hexagons. Katniss Everdeen breaks a wall. Once again, this was a dome. And once again, there are hexagons. The Truman Show, a wall. Game of Thrones, a wall. Stranger Things Season 5, a wall. Polar Opposites, another wall. Like, is there something you want to tell me? Are y'all trying to tell us something? What's going on with the wall? Does anybody...
So if you are in an inner city right now, you might want to think about getting out, considering they have an operation where they are going to go around to every single inner city, every single city with high crime, every single city that has an urban area, every city that they deem dangerous, every city that they deem undesirable people, every city that they don't believe has the right to exist, they are going to send them there. They have sent them to Washington, D.C., which low-key is understandable, is right next to the White House, woo-dee-woo, whatever. But then they send them to Chicago, to Portland. They already had sent them to L.A. for the riots. There's plans to send them to Memphis as well. This is only going to continue. If you are in these inner cities, you might want to leave because the writing is on the wall. Y'all don't think that they're coming for you. You might want to open your eyes. I'm not going to sit here and say flee to the mountains. I'm not going to take that step yet. But eventually we are going to have to flee to the mountains. So if you live in the inner cities, you might want to be safe, maybe stay inside for now. If you're in Memphis, if you're in Chicago, it's coming. It's coming. And here's the thing. I can agree that crime needs to stop, but it looks like they have a different motive in the end. And so this is only going to continue to get crazier and crazier and crazier. So if you are in an inner city right now,
coconut oil for vision issues every morning. Take a little bit of coconut oil, teaspoon to a tablespoon, depending on how much you can intake. Put that in a shot glass. Mix that in with 1/16, no more, of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, half of a key lime, and a pinch or two of salt. Compounds found inside of these ingredients help to detox and remineralize your eye. And we know that a mineral deficiency is the true cause of your eye issues. This is why it's so important to salt every offering, Leviticus 2:13, because it fixes that magnesium deficiency that 9 out of 10 plus people have. You also want to be using 5 to 10 grams worth of an organic qualified salt every day. Beef liver is going to heal basically every mineral deficiency that you have. It's the #1 copper source on the planet, and we know that copper also helps to heal these guys as well. And I want you to start taking a cayenne capsule after every meal. Never take a cayenne.
Y'all, the shift has finally hit the fan. People are waking up and realizing that something is missing. Something that is necessary. Something that is needed. A little bit of Almond Joy, a little bit of Nougat Crunch, Hershey's Bar, Reese's Cup. They're realizing that they need chocolate. So the ones that have distanced themselves from us, they're waking up and realizing, hold on, that we've always been the magic. The black magic, y'all. What the helly? The veil is really lifting, y'all.
I miss black people. I know that sounds crazy, but I am from Georgia, and I used to go to HBCU, and the majority of my friends were black, and now I live in a small town in California, and I miss black people. There's not very many here, and I hate it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my job, I love my friends here, but I miss black people. Don't come for me. I miss the culture, I miss the vibe, I miss the confidence, the jokes, the food. I miss black people. Something's missing in my life, and I've come to the conclusion that that's what it
I
is.
need some black joy. The fact that black joy even exists as a concept in the world is miraculous to me. Asians are no good at joy. We are good at working hard and being diligent and doing our best, but not joy. Colonizers too. Rich lives, no joy. We should never have hooked our stars to theirs. But black people, especially black Americans, are the best at joy. You've turned it into an art form. I know it came from terrible hardship that you've turned into soul and then into joy. And we, Chinese people, we just turn that hardship into more hard work. But I know you can't give it to us. We have to go out and earn it for ourselves, just like you did.
What do you mean by that?
Where I'm from in Pennsylvania, it's mainly Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and the Spanish community, and bless their souls, are great people. They brought great culture and all that. But they always would mess up my beard. The first thing they would do is they would hack it off. I don't like my beard to be short, and they would always end up making it short on me, no matter what I told them. And it would always be a language barrier, too. And then, because of the way my beard grows, I would try to explain to them that you can't make it even, you have to make it look even because of the way that it grows, and they would never do that. And then today, I decided to give another barber a chance. After years, I came to a black-owned barber shop. And I'm just saying, I think I found a barber.
See, this is exactly what we tried to tell y'all for the past 400 years, but nobody didn't want to hear us. You know what I'm saying? What did y'all do? Y'all hid our history. Y'all lied to us. Y'all manipulated us. Did some crazy things to us. For the past 400 years, we tried to tell y'all. We tried to show y'all how to live in harmony with nature, how to live in harmony with us. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to work in order to earn a living in this system. That's not how nature works. But y'all didn't want to listen to us. Then you guys took our spirituality, you turned it to religion, you made it evil so we wouldn't be able to use it and wake up out of this spell that majority of our people are locked in currently. But now the shift has literally hit the fan. Our brothers and our sisters are waking up, and now this is the collapse of this three-dimensional system because we don't want to play this game anymore. This is what actually brings me black joy. So yes, y'all, my brothers and sisters, the shift is here, but I want you to realize everywhere you go, I want you to know that you are someone's almond joy, okay? The shift is here. Everybody's going through it. They see it. They feel it. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. We don't care.
They said in a couple of days, the government will shut down. Not only that, they want people to get digital IDs. First, they wanted us to get the real ID. Now they want us to get a digital ID. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. Your fingerprint, nothing but a barcode. We keep hearing about AI. AI. What if we are the new AI? 2019 and 2020 was the end of the real world. This shit that's going on right now, it don't even seem real. Time moving slow, time moving fast. We don't know if we are coming or going, and that's the point. They are trying to trap our consciousness into the internet or the World Wide Web, which is the spider web. So the real question is, why do they want us to be the new AI? They don't want us to. They said in a couple of days, the government will shut down. Not only that, they want people to get digital IDs. First, they wanted us to get the real ID. Now they want us to get a digital ID. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep.
Yes, sir. Alhamdulillah. It's the return of the gods.
How things are up here.
Look. Born for everything that I'm doing, just know I know that. The devil want me off of my post, but I'ma hold that. They think they know me just cause they follow me on the gram. I got a side to put the fear of God in you, but I don't show that. Mama always tell me be careful, brothers tell me be careful, wifey tell me be careful, I'm in the trenches. If I die, I die, no I'm not crazy. I just know if they wanna knock my noodles out, then they gotta get his permission. I don't act tough, I'm just built different. They can't scare me, they can't buy me. I know God gon' take care of me. Brothers know that I give my last and go hungry, I fast. That's why soldiers got my back like up in therapy. I am not them, they are not me. I'm a godsend. Talk the way I talk cause I know he behind me. Tell my brothers playing with women could be the death of you. Got one wife, I don't play games, don't got a side piece. Return of the gods, I got soldiers with me. Ain't none of us perfect, but we coming to get the prize. There's something different about us, you can see it in our eyes. Cause what we came to get, we down to pay for with our lives. Look, pushing unity for sure, know I'ma stand on it. Enemy wanna stop us, I know they plan on it. But it's our time, you hear me, yeah, it's our time now. This our movement, I know Allah got his hands on it. You know GC bring them soldiers out. Connected in the trenches, cause I'm solid, I don't go for clout. I know killers wanna make the honest living, but still trapping in the trenches, cause the truth is they don't know the route. Look.
Yes. I don't know what y'all think that is, but that's a demon, bro. We gotta talk about this. There's a viral video going around of this big dark shadow. There was this dude that took the video. He's at work and he was scared.
The Deagle Report? The Deagle Report said that by the end of 2025, the United States population would be down to 99.5 million people. Right now, there's 347 million people in the United States. Now, what can happen in 2025 that could take out 217 million people? I wonder. I've warned and I've warned and I've warned. If you live in California on the West Coast along the fault lines, move. Move now. You've had years to accomplish this. Now you're starting to see all of these same earthquakes that I told you was coming. The flooding that I told you was coming. Okay? And I told you why it was coming. You might not want to listen to me. You might not want to believe what it is. But I ain't lied to you yet. Where I told you the earthquakes were going to happen, they happened. I even predicted when they were going to happen. Now I'm going to tell you again. If you live in California, move immediately. Anywhere from Yellowstone west, move immediately. Yes, Yellowstone is along her too. Yes, it is.
Stop putting your business on the internet. They have psychologists as the #1 people behind the app so that they can study the patterns of human beings and our thinking. Why would you answer a question on Facebook that says, what's on your mind? And what you eat, where you at, what kind of car you drive. family, your friends, everything. They don't need to spy on you. You spy on yourself. Tom never did it to us though. The FBI, CIA meets with Mark Zuckerberg. They have the largest conglomerate of connections to human beings on the planet. So when you get to that level, the government has to be involved. Have you read the terms and conditions, or did you just press accept when you downloaded the app? None of us got enough time, but then you gonna do time. What they really plan on doing is take down certain people and make examples out of people. Don't get involved in criminality. I got